top of this hill, quite ancient, and the museum was built on the site. And the museum is about everyday life and the more material sides of ancient life. Okay, so there's also some art here. We'll see some of it, but most of the shows are just being changed now. So we'll just see the steady presentation that's on here always. And the museum is built in different pavilions that regard different aspects of material life in ancient Israel. Okay, so we'll see a pavilion about glasswork, a pavilion that has to do with coins, a pavilion about post and message delivering, and a pavilion about work, about how man uses tools and work. Okay, and if we'll have some time, there's also a very beautiful garden here. And we're going to be here for about an hour and a half. But when we're finished, you can stay here for as long as you like. The train station is just at the other side of the museum, so you have to just walk around the museum, and something like 500 meters or 700 meters over that way, and there's a train station that will take you either north or east, wherever you want to go. Okay, so let's start. Let's start. Use the restrooms, right? There's restrooms over here.
생각나시 얼른 줘봐. 아, 뭘 줘봐. Professor, we saw the Dead Sea Scrolls in the Israel Museum, and we saw there's an event for only like focus on Dead Sea Scrolls. The whole thing.
Yeah.
Are we like
Thursday?
Yeah.
We'll be there. We can go there.
Okay. And do we go to that event too? The Dead Sea Scrolls? Because we saw if we should make a reservation.
I'll inquire. Before we go in, I'll just show you that because we're on a hill and Tel Aviv is relatively flat, so even if it's a very not a very steep hill, there's a very beautiful side of uptown Tel Aviv, which is really Ramat Gan? No, Tel Aviv. Northern Tel Aviv or central. This is northern Tel Aviv. The sea is just over there and beyond these trees. Okay, so what we see here on both sides is a wine press. A wine press is when you pick the grapes, and you either step on them with your feet or press them with a screw, and then the liquid goes down here, this pool, and into this other pool, and you can see that the size of the wine press, the amount of wine that was produced here. Okay, a pool filled with wine. It's quite a large amount. So you can tell that the settlement around here was quite rich. So,
I guess people like to drink.
Yeah. Okay, and this mosaic. It's not local. It was brought here from another site. This is part of a Byzantine church from 5th century. Okay, this was on the floor of a church. And you can see the inscription is in Greek. And it says, not sure what it says. Oh, it says that who donated in his aid.
The innocent and kind heart.
Students of Ovidianus, the innocent and kind of heart.
I wonder what the birds have to do with Christianity.
It's just a norm, an aesthetic
something
norm.
beautiful, yeah.
Considered beautiful. It is beautiful.
It is beautiful, right?
Yeah.
그 어디 가서 또 이거 봤지? 그 국립공원 한번 갔잖아. 찌포리가 아니고.
그 로맨
마사다.
해줘요.
아니,
Yeah, just
마사다
a few kilometers.
가이사랴?
집 근처에
저 뮤지엄에서 이거 봤거든요.
그
이런 디자인.
그 언덕 올라가고 성도
She talked about how
있고.
she saw something
쥐포리?
very similar.
쥐포리?
찌포리 같은데.
쥐포리 이런 거 있죠.
네,
마구간
찌포리에서
있고
만난
찌포리.
거다.
Yeah, but Tipo is like a few centuries before. Tipo is either 1st century or 1st century BC or AC, around that time, right? And this is 5th century AC.
Because we saw similar design from like
Yeah,
the clone. 어디가 맞아?
yeah, Tipo is very beautiful.
찌포리가
It is.
야,
Okay, so let's go in here. Meet that. Okay, first off, I'll tell you I like coins very much. And coins is a very interesting concept. The origins of coins is when people used to trade, right? Because you gave me your cucumbers, I give you my sandals, I don't know, whatever. But then there's always the question of how much is a cucumber worth, right? Because our 10 cucumbers equal one pair of sandals, 100, how can you tell? So you went to the local judge or the local king, and he said, set the prices, okay? And at some point, people stopped trading directly by goods and went over to metals, to expensive anything, either ivory or metals. And at the beginning, it was just chunks of metal, like this one, right? I think this is silver, or gold, or copper, or whatever. And then there was always the question, what does this chunk of metal weigh? How can I tell if you're actually giving me, I don't know, 10 grams or a kilo of that you're claiming this is a kilo of silver, but how can I tell? So people used to go around with weights, but people used to also cheat each other, right? I told you this is a kilo of silver, but I gave you only 900 grams of silver, and we used to fight about it. So kings would stamp the metal, the chunks of metal, and finally the stamped metal was framed in coins. So coins were actually worth what they stated they were. Sure. If you had a coin that's of I don't know, a golden dollar or anything, it was actually the amount of gold that costs $1.
Oh, okay.
But at some point, this is much later, it became just a symbol. Until today, not today, 100 years ago, it was pieces of paper with important people's faces printed on them. I don't know if you know, but the English pound still says, I promise to give the amount of 1 pound of gold to whoever brings me this note.
Oh, really?
Till this day, it says on the note.
Do they honor that?
No. But it says that. And today, of course, we trade in, I don't know, electronic symbols
Sure.
that don't even exist. But it's a very important, it's a very interesting process from trading in goods to coins who actually aren't worth anything. Actually, there's a very interesting story about one of the pioneers in Yafo that got very rich because he noticed that the coins were worth more than they stated. The golden coins, the golden Ottoman coins, the Turkish coins, stated they were worth, I don't know, 1 bishlik, and there was actually more gold in them than was stated. So we bought a tremendous amount of coins and went over to Paris and sold them for the gold and got very, very rich doing that.
Smart guy.
Yeah. Okay, so you're welcome to look around and see all the different kinds of coins presented here. So as I said, you have goods and then you have the weights. You see here. The weights used to weigh the gold. And this is very interesting. These stone weights are actually from the temple in Jerusalem.
Oh.
Because you had to donate a certain amount of gold coming to the temple, and this was used to weigh if you brought the exact amount. And then we move on to coins were actually coined. And of course, I forgot to say that the coins also contain a lot of information, because the kings used to either write their names or put their own picture on their own portrait on their coins. So coins contain important information: who was the king, what did he call himself, and the other side usually has some kind of symbol, fruit, or sites from the country, a temple or something. So I'll show you in a minute some very interesting coins.
When it says community coins, does it mean it was only circulated among Jews?
Most of the coins here are from the land of Israel, but as you know, either Jews in other places or coins that were found in Israel, but of course Israel was occupied also by people who weren't Jews. What you can see, this is very interesting. This is a double use. Like there was a coin coined by a previous king, and the new king or the new ruler re-stamped the coin.
Interesting.
이스라엘 코인 한국에서
Yeah, it says Jewish community coins.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah, like tokens, yeah, from different cities around the world.
used among the Jewish people.
Yeah, for charity.
The Templars, like they the ones who came and raided the temple?
No, Templars is it's a knight's order
Yes.
from Germany's 6th century, I think. It existed until the 19th century.
Oh, okay.
And Germans came over at the 19th century and built a few villages in Israel. And also there's a neighborhood in Jerusalem and a neighborhood in Tel Aviv and a neighborhood in Haifa built by the Templars.
Okay, I didn't know that. Because I think maybe it's like a conspiracy theory or something like that, but the story like Templars came and they took a temple and they,
I think that's a myth.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Yeah, and of course banknotes.
Banknotes.
Yeah, so you can tell this is the first series of banknotes
wow.
from 1948,
Okay.
and they're actually very beautiful.
Wow.
Like
Who printed that? The government?
the state of Israel, the government, the Bank of Israel.
Bank of Israel. It's so you know how in America the reserves are not under the government; they're a separate entity. Federal Reserve in America.
It's a government agency.
They're independent from the government. Federal Reserve.
Really? Yeah, not sure.
But
I think it's a government agency. It's like
아 이건 추
any agency.
in Israel, the Bank of Israel, is in the Israeli
Treasury.
Oh, treasury. These are almost like if there's a mold and it is pressed upon it.
Yeah, because this is how they make it. It's either one by one or in great quantities. You just you boil the silver or whatever, and then
많이
you pour
두고
it inside, and when it's still
아리스토텔레스인가요?
still
Bioawakening.
yeah.
이게 아리스토텔레스 아니에요? 소크라테스인가? 아리스토텔레스 안 나와요.
So this is how they make a lot of coins.
소피 아리스토텔레스 소크라테스
Pour it over it and press it.
우리 많이 본 사람? 원래 아리스토텔레스 나와 있는 거.
난 이렇게
똑똑한 사람 됐을 수 있었는데 저거만 해볼게.
소크라테스는 무슨 소크라테스 아리스토텔레스
비슷했어. 가까웠어.
그렇게요?
이거 의자가 1이고 가격인 거네요. 가격.
드라마 그 노래 있잖아요. 노래 뭐지?
의자 가격이
의자가 1이고 이게 5고 소가 67이 오는 것 같은데요.
그럼 싼 건가? 여기 바닷가 같은 데서 땅 파는 이거 많지 않을까요? 아니 애들 그거 들고 다니더라고요.
동서 사람들이
아니 한국에도 많이 나와요.
네 맞아요. 그런다는 돈이 아니라 뭐
엽전.
목걸이 뭐 공간지 이런 것도 막 나온다고.
저희 해볼까요? 옛날 게 아니고 지금 다시 만든 거 같잖아요. 이거 너무 깔끔하네.
I read about how under the temple site, they were doing archaeology work, they found coins.
Yeah.
Because the Arabs were saying Jews were never here, they wanted to put
Yeah.
cement in the place or something like that.
Yeah, and they took out a lot of dirt, and the agency for archaeology took all this dirt, and volunteers came and filtered through the dirt and found lots of stuff, including coins. This is a very interesting coin. This is a coin made by the Romans after the destruction of the temple.
wow.
And it shows, you can see it shows the Judea, it shows the symbolic figure of Judea weeping because it was defeated by Rome.
Oh, wow. Interesting. What was the symbol? Oh, okay.
There's a woman weeping.
Okay. That's very interesting.
And again here. There's one woman weeping and one woman rejoicing. So the Rome and Judea.
우리 성전이 무너지고 성전 무너지고 나온 코인인데 그래서 울고 있는 여성은 이제 유다를 뜻하는 거고 한 여성은 울고 있고 한 여성은 웃고 있는데 웃고 있는 게 롬이고 울고 있는 게 유다다.
약간 기념주 같은.
그런 거죠.
웃고 있는 게 뭐예요?
로마가 웃고 있고 또 유다 땅이 울고 있고
그렇게 표현할 수도 있겠어요.
제가 무너진 다음에.
And this is also interesting. you probably know there were a few revolts of the Jews against the Romans,
Sure.
and every time they made the rebelling Jews made coins. So these are coins that the Jews made during the revolt, and it says first year, second year, third year of the revolt. And the building here is the temple, but it's imaginary because the temple was already constructed. So they're imagining the temple and stamping it on their coins.
1, 2, 3. Isn't this Julius Caesar?
Yes.
Caesar haircut.
Yeah.
카이즈 많이 심하. Why you use your hair for so long? So you bold.
Eretz. What does that mean, Eretz?
Yeah, it's country. Country Brazil. So these are all coins that were found around Israel, in and around Israel.
Okay.
They're all like second or third century AC. It's quite amazing. You can walk on a archaeological site and just bend over and pick up a coin. I've seen it happen.
같이 도시
I have
주화
one of my sons has a really good eyesight,
도시 주화
and he always finds stuff.
그러면 그게 신기해. 같은 나라인데 도시.
This is the city coins of Eretz. Tiberias.
동전이 다 틀리고 도시는 다른 거. 그러니까.
So this is very exciting because, as I said, the coins have portraits of Caesars and kings. So it's like a hello from a distance. That you can see a historical figure like Marcus Aurelius. He was a very famous philosopher and a Caesar, and this is his portrait on a coin that was found here.
Over here, I think they have a list of different emperors and
Yeah.
portraits.
And these are all the
Pretty interesting.
Augustan Caesars, all the descendants and relatives of Augustus.
Five emperors. What is that? This is so weird.
Why?
Because when I look at that, that looks like a boobies. With the
Yeah,
sign
the halo.
yeah.
She's a saint. He's a saint. He's the first emperor that brought in Christianity to the Holy Roman Empire. So he's considered a saint.
I don't know, but those things,
Yeah,
at first glance, from far away, I wouldn't associate it with the Christianity.
yeah. Very interesting. Yeah.
Is this Arabic?
Yes. So these are Arab coins. Yeah, it's verses from the Quran. And this is very interesting as well. This is a sunken treasure. It was found on a wrecked ship,
Wow.
just off the shores of a fleet near Haifa.
Okay.
And it had 30 30 different coins,
Wow.
all stamped in northern Israel.
Wow. I wonder what they were doing for. It's remarkable how detailed they are.
Oh yeah.
The inscriptions.
And these lions are the symbol of the Mamluk kings.
Mamluk ones who took over Egypt.
Took over Egypt and then Israel. At the end, there's one of the gates of Jerusalem is called the Lion's Gate,
Yeah.
but they're not lions; they're leopards.
Oh, really?
They're Mamluk leopards.
So the Lionsgate name comes from Mamluk?
Yeah,
Really?
and it has an inscription of these lions above the gate.
Did not know that. Like other from the ones who start the Mongolian.
Right. Okay, and these are already coins from the British rule. I have some like these I have at home. These are Israeli coins. These are the current coins, and as you can see, this is very interesting. The modern Israeli coins are a reproduction of ancient coins. So
Oh,
in the
really?
center, these are the ancient coins
Yeah.
from the revolts and from Hasmonean kings. And modern Israel replicated the ancient coins onto like a symbol of rebirth.
I understand. Yeah, I see that. Yeah. 이게 예전에 고대에서 있었던 이스라엘에서 왔던 그 동전들인데 현대 이스라엘 동전을 만들 때 고대에 있던 걸 참조해서 다시 그 가져오신 거래요. 그래서 옛날 거를 잊지 않고 보시면은 제 위에 거 보시면은 이게 뭐지 현대 거랑 가운데 있는 게 고대에서 발견했던 거.
양쪽은 현재 거,
그렇죠.
앞이
가운데
앞뒤면이구나.
그렇죠.
왼쪽도 그래요?
네 그런 거라고 합니다.
다 여기.
가운데 있는 거가 이제 옛날에 보이는 거고 거기서 디자인을 따라가지고 현대를 만든 거예요.
Oh, and so I showed you before, and this is also interesting. I showed you the weeping Judea. So this is the rejoicing Judea.
아,
It's like a reverse of the defeat.
이제 원래 유대아가 울고 있었잖아요. 하늘이 무너지고 축제한 다음에 두 번째 이제 기뻐하는 유대.
바꿨어
네,
디자인.
네, 디자인. 다 돌아왔다.
This
기뻐한다.
is coin. The big coin.
No, it's like a symbol. It's not a
Not
coin.
coin.
아, 네, 그렇구나. 오케이. 아니요, 이게 울고 들어오는데 일반 중이었고요.
Actually, that's yeah. And of course, they're not local on this hill, but they're local from Israel.
Okay.
And as you can see, the style changes during the year. Romans like one kind of pillar head, and Byzantines like another kind of pillar heads.
기둥의 윗부분에 달라지는 거라고
And do you know how they mounted the pillars?
No.
Some of the pillars were like you prepared them like an entire pillar. Sometimes either it's too large or too heavy or too expensive. So what they did, they used they brought the pillar in pieces, and then in order to place it exactly at the right place, they made copper like marbles, copper balls, very small balls, and you could place the different pieces of the pillar one on top of the other,
Sure.
and then you put
Turn
them
it.
exactly where you wanted
Uh-huh.
them, and then you just left them. And because the pillar is very heavy, it squashed the ball.
Ah.
So sometimes when you go to a dig, you see copper discs,
Ah,
and the
good.
disc is the ball, the squashed ball.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah. So in the western wall,
Western wall.
they found that in the western wall as well,
Ah.
because there the stones are enormous.
Enormous, yes. I was always wondering how they brought those stones or moved those stones.
Yeah. So they brought them, by pulling and pushing, but they placed them.
Using the copper balls.
Yeah, okay, so this pavilion is about posts and messages, but it also has a show of a photographer that worked in Israel in the 1930s, 40s, 50s. We'll see it in a minute. And if you can see this post box, does it remind you of anything? This post box?
Lighthouse?
Have you been to London? So this is an English post box. During the mandate, the British brought their own post box here, but Israeli post box are a little bit different, as you can see, and it changes because the style changes.
The last one is the modern one?
Yeah. Today, I don't think anybody uses them anymore.
영국 렌즈에서 자리도 모색해서 갖고 왔대. 근데 나 빈대처럼 나왔는데.
Okay, so
Is that you?
no, it's not me. This is Vernon Brown. He's a photographer. He's a German photographer who lived in Israel for about 40 years. Really? Okay, thanks. And we'll see his photographs in a minute. And he was very interested in both in human interactions and in nature. So we'll see. He photographed both political events and historical events, and also nature and everyday life.
What's his name again?
Werner Brown.
이름새 필요해서
Warner Brown.
Between
Wow,
wood
you
and
don't
sky.
빵이란다.
Okay, so let's play a game. Okay, we'll take like 10 minutes, and everybody. I would ask everyone to pick one photograph and talk to us about it. Okay, so let's spread it around. Everyone will pick one photograph and introduce it to the group. Okay. And say why it's interesting.
어떤 사진을 또 골라야 되나 감상적으로. 이 사진을 고를까?
감상적.
너무 감성적 아니야?
선생님이 하고
그 사진 한 장을 골라서 왜 이렇게 하는지를 이게 왜 생기는지 지금 그 찍으시면서 고르시는 거예요?
줄. 사장님 저 먼저 가보겠습니다. 먼저 가보겠습니다. 3시 반 기차 타고 가서 4시까지 가가지고 딸 학교로 가게요. 가보겠습니다. 네. 수고하세요. 수고하세요. 네. 5개월 되겠습니다. 들어오세요. 네.
우리를 날 두고 떠나네.